let me begin by saying that can we in the first instance even start on the premise that we have sanctity of contracts? And let me explain why. The key thing when we talk about sanctity of contracts is the legal principle of certainty, something which happens over a long period of the entire contract, which is a given. But if you look at the Electricity Act as a start, you have a provision which is Section 11. Section 11 talks about extraordinary circumstances, was conceived of conceptually in a particular context. But Section 11 is nothing but an exception to the rule of sanctity of contracts, because in an extraordinary circumstance, if a direction is given, you actually override a contract. So embedded within the provisions of an act lies an inconsistency, obviously deliberately put, but I'm just questioning the very fundamental assumption of a sanctity of contract. The next is this unique interplay that we have in India between policy, regulation, and contract, each of which pulls in three different directions. The scope and contours of the regulatory powers versus what is embedded in a contract, we have seen sector after sector, they pull in different directions, leading to an inconsistency. Third, we have spoil sports, namely the court. Sometimes you have a CAG or an auditor who questions something which is in a contract. So really, we haven't thought of the framework within which we think that sanctity of contracts is important, or even competitive bidding. And I'll just give you three examples, and then we can debate this. I'll start with the most recent, the road sector example. All the major projects, like the mega projects in the power sector, concessionaires have put up their hand. These were all through competitive bidding that these works were awarded. 6 of the major players have now thrown the towel in. The government is actually now, or I should say the Highway Authority, has actually said we need to relook at the whole model concession agreement. We need to change the terms at which this was done. Otherwise, no project would take off. So this is the most recent example where a process based on sanctity of contracts yet to take off, and we are doing a rethink on it. Second was the example of the telecom sector, which is a little different. And I'm now going back to the 90s. Again, contracts were given, licenses were awarded through a competitive process. And one of the main provisions was a fixed license fee. Within 3 or 4 years, it didn't work out. And there was a midstream course correction where the sanctity was given, was bypassed, and there was a shift to what is called a revenue share model. Now, over a period of time, it worked well. But at that point in time, the same issue arose, which we are debating today, that can we deviate from the sanctity of contracts? And it was decided to do so. And lastly was the FM radio sector industry, where they did not intervene. There was no effective intervention, so much so that people had to return licenses, and they went, this whole sector never took off, as Harry was saying. So as we do this journey, we really need to think of this conceptual framework within which we are functioning. And I don't think we have even thought that sanctity of contract is important, because we have always, like Beckham, bent the rule to meet a particular exigency of a situation.